Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Okay, so eliminated.
To side by.
Remove,
I could not hear you. Eliminated,
remove,
remove, destroyed. Yes, finished. Eliminated. Good. Okay. Dawning.
evening time, dusk we call.
Dawning, not dawn. Dawning. Read this sentence. Give me the meaning here. Dawn means the morning time. I agree. Like before the morning, proper time. So here, what's the meaning here? As a verb, what does dawning mean? This is now dawn
Depending.
on. Yes.
Depending, sir.
No. Dawn, the meaning of dawn is the early time of the morning, 4 to 5. So think now, 4 to 6 or 3, like 4. When just the sun.
After the night.
Yeah, just after the night when the sun comes out. So what can be the meaning of dawning as a verb? Think. This is dawning on hydrologists now.
Midnight.
No, midnight dawning. Midnight is not
Yes,
a
sir.
Hate, you're very close. Dawning is similar to new. So coming to coming, like they started
Beginning.
thinking. Good evening. They started thinking about this idea. Dawning means started thinking about something. Is it clear? Just come to them. Like this idea just came to them, dawning upon them. Yes, starting. Nimrit, that's the perfect meaning. Dawning means starting to come in their heads.
Beginning, we can say.
Yeah, beginning. Yes, exactly. Yes. Okay. Running at full throttle. It's an idiom. What does it mean?
Running with full energy, we can say.
Yes, running with full energy, meaning with full speed, with all the people involved, everything was going on, full speed. Throttle actually means speed here. Full throttle means full speed.
Throttle means? Throttle means?
Speed. Here it means throttle means speed, running at full speed. What are sediments?
So
Means,
it's
it's used in
under
science. What is it?
Yeah, but what does it mean?
Residual item.
Sediment is like something is actually sitting at the bottom of some surface or
liquid.
inside a solution.
Yes, good. So whenever you make, whenever what lies at the bottom of the oceans, the rivers, that are the sediments that don't dissolve. Elements that don't dissolve and they pile up at the bottom, those elements are called sediments. And with rivers, we use this word a lot because rivers do what? When they come from top to down, like from mountains to plainer areas, they bring the sediments with them. They'll take some rock, they'll break it down slowly, and the sediments get collected in the plainer areas. So sediments are those. Here they're used in this way. I don't think there's any word here that you don't know. Vanished, I think all of you know, but I'll do it. Vanished.
Eradicating.
Yeah, eradicated or extinct, disappeared. Actual meaning, disappeared, vanished, disappeared. All the meanings that you're typing or saying are correct. Aliens. What's the word aliens? What does the word aliens mean here?
A creature of different planets.
Yeah, but what does it mean here?
Stranger species.
Stranger species mean what?
Creature.
Creature. Which
The
creature?
different from others.
Different from others. You're very close. But what does alien actually mean? Not from our?
Means exotic.
Planet.
That
Sir,
is
other
heterogeneous and
Planet.
people,
homogeneous. Some.
some
other
people
place,
from
right?
other planets.
Something
Yeah.
which is exotic.
Yes, something that is exotic. Something not out of planet here. Something from another region. Alien is not only used for out of planet, it is also used from not from our region. For example, we can say a species which is not found in India, we can call it an alien species. Another word for alien that she said, Nafisa said, is exotic. Both of them mean the same thing here. Just remember, aliens not necessarily means another planet. It can be another region as well. Okay, not unknown, from another place. From another place, not from that place. That's alien. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Unleash.
Unlist means like collect at one place.
No.
Discover.
Kalana.
To
What does it,
release something.
what you can you repeat what you
To
said?
release something.
Yes.
Felana.
What she said, release something. Leash.
Free, being free.
Yeah, to release something is the perfect meaning. Leash means to tie something. Leash is the thing with dogs we use, right? To tie them up. The collar, and that's the leash. So as a verb, leash means to tie something, and unleash means to release something. So here the meaning is release. Unleash means release here. Okay. Gesture. And it's not gesture. A lot of students call it gesture. It's not gesture, it's gesture. What does that mean?
Position.
No.
Movement.
No.
One meaning of that means reputation.
Repetition. No.
To express something.
To do something good for another person. That's a gesture. For example, recently one of my students came from another cities and he wanted to live in Fagwada and do his IELTS. So I said, okay, I'll give you 2 extra hours. So that was a gesture from my side. Can you imagine the meaning? Gesture is doing something when you go out of the way for someone. That's a gesture that you show. So that's not needed. That's not your responsibility. I'm explaining the meaning, Preeti. If something is not your responsibility, but you're going out of the way to do it, that's a gesture. Is
Okay.
it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's do. I think all the other meanings are that they're clear. Cringe. Let's do this one last word. Cringe.
Cringe means it's a kind of gesture that someone like a kind of when you don't like something, you cringe, or like you just try to show with your face that I don't
Embarrassed.
like.
It's what she said. It's a feeling when you don't like something, when something is disgusting. Then you do that reaction that you get out when something is disgusting or you don't like, then that's a cringe reaction. Like something is awful, something has been like it's distasteful, it's disgusting. That whatever you react at that time, your reaction is a cringe reaction. So I find it cringe, meaning you find it disgusting and things like that. So that's a cringe reaction. Your face contorts and you don't like it. So that's the cringe reaction. It's an expression. It's a facial expression. Okay. Let's do the true false then. First question. Arzu, you want to do the first question?
Sure, sir.
Okay. How would it be false?
Dan is written.
Yes. So it's a comparison question, right? So what's the comparison between?
Damage caused by fire is worse than that caused by floods. So they are comparing the damage which is caused by fire
Fire
is worse than flood.
and
Fire and flood.
water.
Yes. So if the damage of fire is more than flood, the answer is true. If it's the opposite, damage by flood is more than fire,
False.
then
False.
false. And if there's no
False.
comparison, then not given.
Not given.
Okay, just to make sure that you know, what would your answer be if both are equal? If it says equal damage is caused by them, the answer would be
Not given.
think.
True.
No, it would
True.
be false.
Equal damage will be true. How? The question is saying
Equal.
what? Damage by fire is worse. Worse mean more. So it will be false.
False.
Clear? Even at equal, it will be false. So let's find out which is more. If you don't know
Sir?
which is more, mark your answer as not given.
Sir, I didn't get it. Like, if fire make more damage, then it would be true, okay? And if
Yes.
water or flood make more damage, then it would be false.
Yes.
So if they make equal damage, so it would be not given, na?
No, it'll be false, right? Still, because the question is saying it's causing more damage. Fire is causing more damage. It's not causing more damage. It is causing equal damage. So you know it's false, right? Let's take another example. If I say I have more apples than you, that's the question. And the passage says we have equal apples, then it's false, right? Because the question is saying I have more apples. I don't have more apples. I have equal apples. Is it clear? It's the
Yes.
opposite. It's wrong. I am sure I don't have more apples. I can prove it to you because we both have like 5 or 6 apples. I have 5, you also have 5. But the question is saying I have more than you. For me to be more than you, I need to have more than 5 apples. Just a very rudimentary example, but I hope it makes it clear. So even in equality, it makes it not false. When is it not given? It is not given when there's no comparison. That's the only situation when it's not given. You don't know which is more or which is less. They haven't compared. Is it clear? Revti, it is volume 2, 35th reading, first passage. 35th reading, volume 2, first passage. Okay, for everyone, it's 35th reading, first passage. On equal, it's not going to be true or false. It's going to be not given. I hope that is clear for everyone because the question is saying more. It's not more. It's equal. False. Okay, let's go. So we'll go to the first paragraph. Here, start from here. Arzu is doing this question. Okay, Arzu.
Floods can occur in rivers when the flow rates exceeds the capacity of the river channel.
Okay.
Particularly,
Okay. Arzu, this way you're going to read a lot. So first, do what? Find where there's both. What 2 things that you need to find? What are the 2
fire
things?
and flood in the A
Yes.
passage it's written.
Is it there in this paragraph or no?
No,
No. So we'll come to the second paragraph. Fire and flood. So now read here and think which is more damaging. You can read from here. That's fine.
okay. Fire and flood are 2 of humanity's worst nightmares. People have therefore always sought to control them. Forest fires are snuffed out quickly.
Snuffed out. Can you imagine the meaning here? Let her imagine the meaning. Imagine the meaning. Forest fires are snuffed out quickly. What do you think snuffed meaning will be?
Snuffed means
Just read the sentence, it makes it clear. Snuffed
Control.
quickly. Huh? What do we do with fire to control it?
end up.
Do you speak Hindi? What's the word we use if you speak Hindi? क्या बोलते हैं? Fire. How do we control a fire? हम उसको what do we do?
फैलने से रोकते हैं.
हाँ तो क्या करते हैं? बुझाते हैं. बुझाना है.
बुझाते.
Okay, so snuffed out quickly means बुझा दिया जाता है quickly. Good. So we control it. We stop it. Actually, that's it. Okay, next.
The flow of rivers is regulated by wires and dams.
Okay, weirs and dam. Weirs is another type of dam. Leave it. Not important.
Okay. At least that is how it used to be.
Okay.
But foresters have learned that forests need fires to clear out the brush and even to get seeds to germinate. And a similar revelation is now dawning, and hydrologists, river, and the ecosystems they support need floods.
Okay. Till here, did you understand what are they trying to say?
They are trying to say that forest अगर मतलब आग लगती है तो वो easily बुझाई जा सकती है, but जो
बुझाई जा सकती है कि बुझाई जाती है? Is it should?
बुझाई जाती है.
And similarly, rivers are controlled by?
Wires and dams.
Yes, so we place dams on rivers to control them.
Yes.
And that is how it used to be. In the past, it used to be like this. But now what have foresters learned? What have they learned?
That how they can clean the forest areas.
No. What they have learned? Read this much.
Forest needs fire.
So forests need fire. So fires are necessary. We should
Yes.
not, unko bujhana nahi chahiye. Like we need fires. And similar revelation is now happening on hydrologists. What?
Hydrologists.
Rivers need what?
Rivers and need support, need floods.
Okay. So forests need fires and rivers need floods. Both are essential. So we should not try to control them because they are essential. Are you clear?
Yes. So it's false.
No. Have they compared the damage? What damage is more? Tell me, fires or floods? Is there a comparison between fires and floods?
No.
No. So what should your answer be?
Not
False.
given.
Not given, right?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes, 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 sir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Why do we
So
think
they
that?
talk about both the things equally. So that is why it is false.
No, it's not false. They're not saying the damage is equal. They're saying forests need fire and floods, the rivers need floods. But they're not saying the damage caused by them are equal or more or less. They're not comparing the damage caused by them. Is it clear? There's no comparison in the damage. They're teaching something else to us. They're teaching that forests need fire. We should not try to control them. Similarly, rivers need floods. We should not try to control floods. Can someone tell me why do rivers need floods? I shouldn't be teaching geography, but let's say I'm teaching geography. Why do you think river needs floods?
Wash out the sediment
Yes, and why are sediments needed?
because if there is a unexcessive deposition of sediment create harm for the ecosystem.
Why? No, okay. Sediments are good for the ecosystem. Why are sediments
To
good for the
maintain the stability,
stability of what?
water level.
No.
Ecosystem.
See, we need
Marine life.
sediments because they are. See, we do agriculture. We need fresh soil. Sediments have fresh nutrients and minerals. So we need those minerals. So we need sediments. We can't get, you get the point. When we do agriculture in soil, we absorb all the nutrients. The soil is depleted. So we need fresh soil coming in from the top of the mountains. That soil is sediments. That's why we need sediments and flood. Floods spread these sediments on the land. So agricultural land, floods will come, they'll spread the sediments. So the soil will become fertile again. That's why we need sediments. If we don't have sediments, agriculture will die. Floods, because floods will not spread sediments. If there are no floods, then sediments will not go to agricultural lands. They will remain in the river. We want rivers to flood. Rivers should go to agricultural lands where they spread the sediments and then come back. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's geography, but it's okay. You don't need to know this, but anyways, there's no comparison between the damage, so the answer is not given. Let's come to the next question. Who's going to do the second question? Anyone? You can raise your hand and do it.
So can I?
I can.
Okay, after Kashish, you do the second. Nafisa, you can do the third one. Okay, Kashish, go ahead.
The flood peaks at almost 50 cubic meters every 8 years. If पैसे is given कि almost 50 cubic मतलब कि peak ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ flood ਦੀ figure ਆ every 8 year, then true ਜੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ 50 cubic ਤੋਂ ਘੱਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਜਾਂ ਵੱਧ ਹੋਇਆ ਫਿਰ false ਆਣਾ.
Okay, what does peak mean?
Peaks means highest
More
peak.
highest high peak, high number.
Highest level. Clear? So if the highest level of flood is this much, then the answer is true. If the highest level of the is not 1500, it is anything else. It
False.
is 10 or 2000. The answer is false.
Here is almost 1500. So
Yeah, even if it is 1400, it's true. It's okay. It needs to be around 1500 to be true. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes. Don't overthink this. If it's 1000, it's not almost 1500. That should be clear. Let's see the level. Okay. Here. Go ahead, Kashish, read.
So B paragraph, every 8 years or so that figure rose to all. B paragraph,
Yes, read.
every 8 years or so that figure rose to almost 300 cubic meters. So it's false.
How much cubic meters?
300,000.
And they have given also 1500. What's the value of 1500?
That is the
Average water
average is
flow.
Every
peak one,
year.
not the peak one.
It's the average, but we
Yes.
want the peak value. The peak value is how much? Rose to almost 3000. The peak value is 3000. This is the average. So I don't want the average. The question is talking about the peak. So the answer is false. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Third. How would it be false? Nafisa is doing third. Is she here? Okay, do it. Nafisa, we can't hear you. How would it be false? Can anyone hear her? Or is it me?
No.
No.
Okay. Kritiman, you do that. Nafisa, you check your microphone. You can do the next one. We can't hear you right now. Okay. Okay. Kritiman,
Okay.
third.
Yes. Contribution of sediment delivered by tributaries has little impact. If the impact is higher, then it will be false.
Very good.
If it doesn't mention any this impact, then it will be not given.
Yes. And if it does mention impact, but it doesn't tell you high or low. So what your answer should be?
Not given.
Not given. If the impact is little, true. If the impact is high, false. And if the impact is not given, not given. I don't know. Yeah, lower, yeah, high. So let's find out whose impact you want to find out.
Contribution of sediment tributaries.
Delivered by tributaries. It's going to be contribution of sediments, which are delivered by
Tributaries.
Tributaries.
What are tributaries?
Undulation.
Small rivulets.
Rivulets. Okay. You are a geography student? Okay. I want a simpler meaning.
No, sir.
A layman meaning. Can anyone tell me a layman meaning for tributaries? A simpler meaning.
Small
Small
rivers.
rivers.
Small rivers that combine into rivers. Like, when Ganga comes, 4 or 5 rivers join into that river. So those are tributaries. Tributaries are all those rivers that join into the main river to form the main river. So those rivers, so small rivers. So contribution of sediments delivered by tributaries has little impact. Let's find out contribution of sediments which are delivered by tributaries, the small rivers. I think C paragraph we have tributaries.
Yes. However, in the 4 decades since the building of the Glen Canyon Dam, just upstream of the Grand Canyon, it mentioned about the Canyon Dam. The only sediment that it has collected has come from the teeny undammed tributary. So it will be true.
True.
Yes, read ahead.
Even that has not been much used, as those tributaries are not powerful enough to distribute the sediment in an ecological valuable way.
So what's your answer?
Tributaries are not powerful enough to
The answer
let
is
me
read
not
let
powerful.
me
Are not powerful enough means that not impact.
are not
So
powerful
it's
enough
the
to
little impact. Is
So
the answer
tiny
is
is little. Tiny is little, so it will be true.
Okay. Okay.
But next sentence
No.
sentence says that they are
Okay.
not powerful
She's
enough.
saying yes. Okay. Your reasoning was perfect. So we'll clarify this now. She said her answer comes from here, tiny, but the answer does not come from here. The answer comes from this word. Why?
Are not powerful.
Yes. What is not powerful here?
Not
Little
much
impact.
impact. Not much impact.
The tributaries are not powerful enough to distribute the sediments. So
Distribute the
tributaries are
sediment.
not powerful enough. I wanted to find this.
Okay.
Tiny means what? Small tributaries. That does not mean their
Oh.
impact is little. The little impact
Okay.
comes here. Is it clear? So the answer
Not
would be
powerful.
true.
True. Yeah.
True.
True. Good.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Little and not powerful. Okay. Next. Nafisa, are you back?
Sir, am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible now. Go ahead.
Yes, I signed up. Okay, so this decreasing number of chops is always caused by introducing of thought since mid 20th century. Okay, so if the decreasing number of chops is not always caused by introducing. If sometimes or like something something different from always or sometimes or never caused by this reason, so that will be false.
Okay. Any other way it can be false? You're right. That's one way.
Yeah, if I was thinking about isn't, but or maybe increasing a number of chops is always, because yeah, means increasing number of chops. Is it possible to be?
No, think another way.
So it's not all by introducing.
Another thing
So
is
if
always.
it's like in other time.
Always and the other thing, because that always mean would be the other keyword.
Always is the logic she has done. Always instead of always, when if it's sometimes or never, the answer is true. False.
If it's like not since mid 20th
Introducing of
century.
thought.
If
it's
the cause is another, then it will be false.
Yes, if it's a different cause, always, then also it's false. That would be never only. If it's caused by a different cause, then the answer is false also. The question is saying it's caused by this cause. If the passage says it's caused by something else, then the answer is false. Is it clear?
Okay. Yes, now I got it.
Okay, now let's go back. We'll go to D paragraph. The decreasing number of chubs. Fine. Is it there, chubs? I think chubs are here. Okay, so in this paragraph. If we don't know the reason, cause, then the answer is not given.
Okay. At first sight, it looked as if the reason was that the chop were being eaten by trout, introduced for sport fishing in the mid-20th century. Mm. So this is different reason.
But what do you think will be the answer?
So if it's different reason, it should be false.
Is it a different reason? It says.
Isn't it the reason is by trout introduced for fishing, for sport fishing? Oh, sport fishing is not mentioned in the question. Okay, yeah. Trout introduced was there in the question.
Okay, first of all, tell me, where do they talk about decline in population? First of all, find me that. Then we'll go ahead. Decline of population.
Okay, recently
Population
though,
has
its
crashed.
population has crashed.
Okay,
Means
good.
decreasing.
So now you found out its population is decreasing. Now tell me the reason. Read ahead and let's find the reason.
At first sight, it looked as if the reason was the trout were being eaten by trout introduced for sport fishing in the mid-20th century. I think it's false, sir. Because see, when we say as if means like actually the answer after that is wrong. Means it's not. And after that is mentioned but trout and chop coexisted until the remain whatever it is dam was built. But that's why I feel it should be false. If I'm not mistaken. So something else is going on. Okay, then that is showing that.
You are right, but you're not explaining the reason properly. I want a proper
So I explain. Okay, I explain again. So
till here you're done. So at first it looked like this was the reason.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay. So but trout and chop coexisted until the this person, I don't know this, what is this dam, this name of dam was built. So something else is going on. So there is another reason for that.
Yes. Perfect now.
That
Perfect.
is why, yes. And yes, and something else is also at the beginning when it mentioned like that it means like the number, the population decreased. So it says that at first sight it looked as if something. So when we say it something looks as if something means like it is not actually real.
Yes.
So then
that
after
is
that,
true. That is
yes,
also true. Okay.
yes,
But
and
this
another
last
reason
time-
is yes, and another reason is after that in the next time we get but. So when we get but, that means there is something else.
Okay, that's good. And I'll tell you all of you another hint also. Whenever it says it at first, that means it changed later on. Else they won't say at first. Whenever they say a sentence at first, okay. Whenever they say at first, it means something is going on. Then later it changed. Otherwise, they won't never say at first, right? Why do we say pehle mujhe? In the beginning, I thought like this. Because later on, your thought is going to change. So that also makes it clear. At first makes it clear. And here also it makes it clear. So something else is going on. So the reason is something else. We don't need to know the reason. The question is saying this is the reason, this is not the reason. That's it. Our answer is false.
False.
Okay.
Sir, Kritman is making disturbance.
No, I'll clarify. He's trying to help in his own way. Kritaban, let's leave it. It's reducing visibility. Okay, no issues. Okay, let's move on. Next question. It seemed that the artificial flood in 1976 had achieved success partly at the very beginning. How would it be false? Okay, Preeti, you can do this one. Go ahead.
It seems that the artificial flood in 1996 had achieved success partly at the very beginning. Like if passage say that instead of partly, it can be fully or fully at the beginning. Other than partly, then it would be false.
How else can it be false?
Achieve success partly. Sir, यहाँ पे like to फ्लड आर्टिफिशियल फ्लड पार्टली सक्सेस 96 में अचीव हुआ एट द वेरी बिगनिंग. अगर पार्टली सक्सेस के ऑपोजिट जो वर्ड आएगा लाइक पार्टली सक्सेस कैन बी फुल्ली सक्सेस.
Okay. If it's failed,
Yeah, if it failed then it would be false.
okay. So if it's failed or if it's a partly success, if it's a part success, it's true.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. If it's complete success, then it's false. That's one reasoning. And if it's a failure also at the beginning, then it's false. So let's find out whether it's successful or
Sir,
failure at the beginning. Yes.
so can we use this word also, artificial flood? Some other natural floods?
Yes, artificial flood is when people do floods for a purpose.
Yes, yes. Can we use this also for finding out the answer? Artificial
Yes, yes,
flood.
we can do it. The answer is, the keyword is very simple, artificial flood.
Artificial flood in 1996.
So it makes it very simple. We'll use 1996 more than artificial flood. It'll make it easier. Okay, we were in D paragraph. We'll come to E. I don't think any 1996
F
here.
paragraph.
F paragraph. Okay, so tell. So they sent floods were sent down to the Grand Canyon in this year and this year.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
If in the statement of the question, if they had not mentioned at the very beginning, then our answer would be not given.
Our answer would be, I don't know. If then I would check, not at the beginning, I'll check the overall result. And I'll say if the overall result was a partial success, I'll say true. If the overall would be a complete success, I'll say false. Or if the overall success was a failure, overall it failed, then I'll see. If it says at the beginning, I'll check at the beginning. Otherwise, I won't check at the beginning. I'll check the overall. Right? So it depends.
Okay.
Yes. Let's now check at the beginning. So I found this flood. Now, Preeti, find me at the beginning.
To start with, all simple.
Yes, very good. To start with means?
Beginning.
And what does it say?
All seemed well.
Yes. Is it clear? What do you think your answer should be? You found in the beginning.
Okay, yeah, all seemed well, completely success. Sir, can you please scroll down? Can you please read
The question?
Yeah. It seems that artificial flood in 96 achieved success partly, but they're saying all seemed well, like successfully. So answer would be false.
Okay. So you're saying here it's all, but the question is saying partly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I don't think they should have the word partly there. That makes it very confusing. I want to remove that word. Do it without that word.
Then it would be true, sir.
Yes, that word is actually not important, doesn't even make sense there. At the beginning, all seemed well. It's again the first thing. Remember, I told you just now, at first, whenever they write something like that, things are going to change. Okay, so things change later on. It happened. Eventually, however is a
contrast.
The continued flood washed out most of the sediment out of the canyon. So eventually it caused a problem. This problem was avoided in 2004. Then they're saying they avoided this problem in 2004. So my point is, this question was not, don't care about this question so much. Partly is, I don't think that should be there. They're testing if at the beginning it was a success or not. So it was a success at the beginning. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Answer
True.
In 1996.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, and this is also like clearly written in 1996, the flood was allowed to go on too long. So this is talking about artificial flood allowed to go on.
Yes, that way you can find it. Here also, floods were sent down. When floods are sent down, that is passive. So that is also an artificial flood. Is it clear? Floods were sent down means they didn't happen automatically. They were sent by someone. So even that makes it clear. Okay. Should we go on to the next one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now it's again a comparison question. Who wants to do this one? Someone new? Go. Alka, do it.
Thank you, sir. In fact, the yield of artificial flood water is smaller than an average natural flood at present. So, in fact, the yield of artificial flood water is smaller than. So again, this is a comparison question. Smaller than. If the artificial flood water is smaller than an average natural flood at present, so it's talking about the artificial flood and natural flood. If the artificial flood is smaller than the natural flood, then it will be true.
Good. And if the natural flood is smaller?
Then it will be false.
Okay. And I want to do something. I want to write in the past. So what would your answer be? If the passage doesn't have anything about the present. So right now the question is at present, but let's imagine in the passage it's written in the past.
In the past, yes.
So what would your
Then it will be, then it will be
everything else is the same.
False.
Everything else will be the same, but instead of at present, it will be in the past.
Then it will be false.
Okay, everyone else? What do you think?
Not given.
Not given. Why not given, Kritiman?
Because it doesn't clearly say about the past whether it will be true or not false. The result will be different. So I think it is not even.
It might be the same. It might be the different. It might be. Yeah. So you don't know about the present. You know only about the past. So that's why you'll mark the answer as not given. I would also go with not given. Is it clear? Because I know about the past, but I don't know about the present. Alka, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's find out. Now we ignore this. Now just let's find out the simple answer. If the artificial flood is smaller, true. If the natural flood is smaller, false. I think we were in F paragraph. Is there a comparison between artificial and natural floods here?
Sir, here, yes, paragraph G. The flood is smaller than even an average spring flood.
Okay.
The flood is
this flood
smaller than this flood is. So it's talking about this flood is talking about artificial flood.
Yes.
This flood is smaller than even an average spring flood. So spring flood is natural.
Yes.
And this one smaller than. So answer is
be?
clearly written. Yeah, it's true.
Yes, good. And it's talking about the present because the sentence is saying this flood is smaller. So that makes it clear that they're comparing the present.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Next, 7th. Who wants to do 7th? Do it. How would it be false? Liovo, if you want to do it, go ahead.
So can I try?
Yeah, try.
Okay. Mighty floods drove fast moving flows with clean and high quality water.
Yes. How would it be false?
If the flows are slow moving,
yes,
and if the water is not clean and if the quality of the water is less, then I think it will be false.
Yeah. And what's the opposite of clean?
Clean is unclean or dirty.
Dirty. If the quality of water is dirty, yes. So let's find out. You just have this much to read.
Okay. Those glorious inundations moved massive quantities of sediments through the Grand Canyon, wiping the slate dirty and making a muddy mess of slit and muck that would make modern river rafters cringe.
What do
So
you think?
I think so nothing is mentioned about clean and high quality water.
But does it mention dirty?
It
So
is
muddy mess is the same
it
thing as
it is the dirty is mentioned, sir.
So what?
Muddy, mess, and dirty. So the answer is false, sir.
Yes, it's false, right? Because the
Okay.
question is saying it moved high clean water. It did not move clean water. It moved dirty water.
Okay, sir.
Yes, the answer should be false. Right, exactly.
Thank you, sir.
The
Good.
mighty flood means
Mighty floods, big floods. Mighty means powerful. What's the word for mighty floods here? Anyone?
Massive.
Maybe Almighty, God, like
Mightier
something.
dollars.
No,
Let one of the mightier deluxe.
no. Another word?
Mighty means
massive.
big. Yeah, massive, big.
Inundation.
Yes, inundation is flood. Glorious is mighty. Inundation is another word for flooding here. And glorious is a word for mighty. Glorious means powerful. So that's how we're getting the answer actually. They moved massive quantities of sediment, wiping the slate dirty. So they moved a lot of mud and everything, and they made it muddy mess. They were not clean. Is it clear?
yes, sir. Inundation means flood,
Flood,
right?
flood, yes. And mighty deluges is also another word for flood. So these are all words for flood.
Mighty
Flood, mighty means powerful, floods. Yes, here the answer at the back is wrong, in my opinion. The answer should be false. Okay, I've done this 2-3 times. I think the answer should be false. Okay, let's go next. 8th, we'll do it very simply.
End of like I saw the answer is not given.
Yeah, I know the answer is not given, but in my opinion, the answer should be false. I think the answer at the back is wrong for this one.
I don't know, even I found this the not given.
Yeah. Why did you find it not given? I think it's false.
Yeah, yesterday I was solving this passage, so I found this like it's talking about clean and high quality water.
Yes.
So but here it's talking about whipping the slate dirty and making muddy mess of silt and muck that would make modern rivers. So it's not talking about high quality water
But it's
and
quality
clean
about dirty water, right?
dirty water. Yes, it's talking. So okay, it's opposite.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it clear?
okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Let's move on. Okay. So we want to do the 8th question. How would I do it? I'll do one blank with you and then you can follow up. I have a good keyword, Wyoming. I would just want to know the snow from far Wyoming. It's a place would melt in the season of. In which season it would melt? It's a very simple question. I just want to know which season the
Summer.
snow would melt. Yes, Bhavesh?
Summer.
Summer, let's find out. We have a keyword, Wyoming. Let's find Wyoming. No. I went back to the first paragraph because by the end of true false, we were at the last paragraph. So I had to go back. Here we have Wyoming. So when does it melt?
Spring.
Spring. Yes, spring snow from as
Spring
far as
snow.
Wyoming would melt. So we have the season, it's spring. So it melts in spring after winter. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. No other seasons are mentioned. Not tough. Not spending
Yeah.
on this. Okay, next. Now pick up the keyword and tell me what would you look for?
Glen Canyon.
Glen Canyon Dam. Very good. And what are you looking for here?
It is only could gather together.
Gather
from-
means
collect.
Collected.
Combine.
So whatever they collect
Combine.
together. So whatever something the dam is collecting together, that's your answer.
I think
Actually, you know the answer. Together from tiny undammed tributaries. What do they collect from?
sediments.
Sediments. Yes, I would say the answer should be sediments. We'll check. Okay.
Sir, F paragraph is
F paragraph. Okay.
C paragraph.
C paragraph.
Okay. What do they collect?
Sediments.
Sediment.
Only
Sediment.
that is it. It has
Yes.
collected.
That it has
Yes,
collected. Yes. Okay. So would it be sediments or sediment?
Sediment.
Good.
Sir,
Sediment.
sediment, because only word is there.
Yes. And the passage is saying sediment, you mark what is given in the passage. You don't change it. You're not going to put an S either. Is it clear?
Yes.
Sir,
Okay.
whatever वहाँ पे जैसा लिखा होगा वही
Yes.
spelling हमें
Yes.
same
Yes. Yes. From the passage, right? We are not going to change anything. No S, no nothing. We are going to exactly copy.
Yes.
Okay. Next. Who's doing the next one? Nisha, you want to do the next one? 11th?
Okay, sir.
Do it.
So which pose greater threat to the jobs because this sediment cause poor.
Here. We are
No,
at
so okay. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Several species disappear, including this and this, and other thing is like other species will come here and after
yeah.
this
Which did what? Disappeared, right?
disappear, right?
Okay, let's find out a species which disappeared. We were in C paragraph. I'll come to D. Is there a species name? I don't think there's species name here. We'll come to E.
Yes, E paragraph. Second line vanished altogether.
Okay, so which one?
Razorback sucker.
Okay, where do they have mentioned that they disappeared, Monica?
So second
Vanished
line
means
vanished means disappeared.
Okay,
disappear.
okay, good. And these include this one, and this one. So this one is the answer.
Yes.
Good. That's missing. It was very simple. Not at
Yes,
all.
sir.
Yes, good. Let's go next. Moreover, some moved in. Moved in, you get the meaning? Some were aliens. They came in from other parts, such as this, and this. I'm
Yes.
not even
The
going to
third.
show. Yeah, third one. Not so fathead minnows, channel catfish, and common carp. This is the third one that moved in. Aliens is the word that made it moved in, and they've also written have moved in. So these fish disappeared and these fish have moved in. Okay, good. Let's go next. Okay, now Nisha, do this one, 12th.
Okay, sir.
Ujjwal, I'll give you for 13th. Okay.
The cups because this sediments cause poor dash, which kept the cubs away from pedestrians.
Predators. What are predators?
Predators. Sir.
What are predators?
Predators means
They're animals. Which animals?
Prey for other animals or
That hunt.
birds.
Yeah, that hunt
They
other
hunt other
Hunt.
animals.
Yes, that eat or hunt other. Shikari is the word. Shikari.
okay.
You know. So this kept the chubs away from predators. So they caused what? They caused something to be poor, which saved or which kept the chubs away from predators. So the sediment caused poor something and which kept the chubs away. Let's find out. What's your keyword?
So poor. No.
Poor. Yeah,
Yeah,
poor.
poor
But there are
is
so many synonyms for poor, like less.
Predator.
Predator, which saved the chubs from predators. Let's find
Mm.
chubs from predators. If you find predators here, tell me. Or animals or something like that. Chubs are here, right? No chubs here. Wait. Wrong paragraph. Are there chubs here?
No.
No. Chubs were here. This paragraph. G paragraph. Okay.
In last line.
The result of their losing their
To
most
hide from
valuable
predators. You got
Visibility.
this? Good.
For visibility.
Good. To hide from predators means kept them away. And
poor visibility, sir, is the answer.
visibility is already given. Poor is already given. So the answer would be visibility. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And they're talking about the sediments hide from predators. So this became easy because of our keywords. Our keywords were chub, and our second keyword was predator.
Predator.
So we found it easier. Hide from predators. What is hiding? And it's leading to poor visibility. Do you understand what's happening?
Yes, sir.
Yes. The sediments, they made the water black or something. And the animals that hunt, they could not see the chubs. So the chubs were saved. Okay, like that. Okay. In addition, the volume of dash available behind the dam. So what would the answer be? Some element that's available
The dam.
behind the dam, and it was too low also. So I have three things.
River.
I want something which is behind the dam and it is too low. It is low in quantity. So let's find out what is behind the dam. It is low in quantity. So we have the dam here. We have the dam here also. What's behind
In
the
the para F,
in para F? Okay.
fifth line.
Fifth line.
Sand.
Yes,
Sand
behind the
available.
dam. Behind the
Sand.
dam, volume of sand and was too low. Everything is matching. It was too low behind the dam. What's the volume of? It's very easy actually. Yes. Okay. Is it clear for everyone? This reading was
Yes.
really easy.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. I hope it you get some confidence. There are easy readings like that also in the exam. This is an exam reading. Some of them are really easy like this. Okay.
Passage 1, sir. That's why I think this is also.
Yes, it's really easy. Okay. We'll meet tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll ask ma'am to join. Let me ask ma'am to join and then you can ask me any doubts. Okay. Ma'am is coming. You can ask me any doubts if you want. Till then. No, you don't need to mention years again and again. If years are changing, then you need to. If years are not changing, then you don't need to. अगर years बदलते हैं, तो लिखने हैं. अगर years are not changing, you're not going to write them again and again. For example, the data is mentioned for only 1 year. Then it's not a good idea to write the years again and again. Is it clear, Taran? Okay. If years are changing, for example, there are multiple years, then do write the years. Okay.
Sir, are you going to teach table this week for graph?
I'm busy with the busy with the construction this week. I'll take it Monday. I can't do it before that. I don't have. I'm sorry.
The graph class,
Yes.
line graphs or what?
Whatever you want, I can do one graph. I've done line. I'll share the video with you for the
Sir,
line.
if you can please do the table.
Table. I'll do the table.
Yes.
Okay. I'll do the table. Okay. I'll end it here. And I'll do the table.
So is it available on line graph? Is it available on
Yes, it's available online. I'll share the
on
here.
YouTube?
On YouTube. On YouTube.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, students.